Welcome to Funny Pair, the podcast where two long-distance best friends discuss totally random topics. I'm Madeline.
And I am Brianna. I don't know.
I am Brianna. Y'all.
I don't really know why that came out that way today. It's one of those days we're in a good mood because today, this very important episode that we are doing here, that everyone will talk about for years and years to come.
I don't think so.
Probably not. So we are going to be doing a trend that's been going around. It's kind of old at this point, I would say. Like, I think it was really popular probably middle of last year or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's called the Hear Me Out trend. All right. Now, I know all y'all pairs out there know what this trend is here, okay? But anyway, we figured we would do it just kind of in this format rather than the cake format, because obviously you can't see us. So...
Right, this isn't a video.
Yeah, but we saw the trend and we would die laughing, and so we kind of decided that we're gonna have to do our own little rendition. So
Yes, so for those who don't know what the Hear Me Out trend is, it's essentially in the name, but the Hear Me Out cake trend was a viral trend on TikTok where people would share various characters. They would print out little characters and put them on toothpicks or little sticks, and they'd buy a cake, and they would all stand there with their characters that they picked that maybe aren't conventionally attractive or human or even living beings for that matter. Like, some get really crazy, but maybe that they find like attractive or sexually appealing, but maybe it's like, all right, hear me out. I know this one's crazy, but this one. And they take the little character and they stick it in the cake. And then at the end, you have this Hear Me Out cake and all the little characters on it. And so we have curated our own list of our Hear Me Out characters and people and things and
people and things.
So listen, hear us out before judging, okay? Hear us out, and y'all can comment after you listen to this episode if we were a little crazy.
Yeah. No, honestly, okay, let me tell you something.
Tell me something.
Let me learn you something right now, okay?
Learn me.
I told my mom about this. Like, I don't remember if it was because we had decided or planned at least at Fable that we were going to be doing this trend or whatever, like this was going to be one of our episodes, or if I was just trying to show her the trend. I don't know. I don't remember. But
yeah,
essentially I told her what it was and what it meant and all this kind of stuff. Well, my mom was like, I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. And I was like, what do you mean you don't get it? Did you not have any crushes on some animated character from your childhood? She was like, no, we didn't have animated characters in my childhood. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't have, you had Disney? Did you not watch Disney?
Yeah,
did you
right?
Like not watch any TV? Like, what are you talking? I mean, I get that you had dinosaurs back in the 80s, but like you can't tell
but
me
like
that
Prince Eric was around in 89. Like, right? It's not
right. I mean, I guess at that point she was like getting married to my dad.
Oh,
so,
well,
or close to it. So maybe she didn't have eyes for Prince Eric. I don't know.
I'm married and I have a whole list. Maybe that says something about me. I don't know.
Maybe we're just a different breed or something.
Maybe we're just weird.
Maybe. That, honestly, yes, we are
probably
weird. We are very weird.
Yeah. Yep. Well, we did this. I don't think this particular instance, like, we hadn't planned to do this as an episode yet until a little bit later. Bree was at my house and we were just talking, sitting at my kitchen island, and we started going back and forth on this Hear Me Out trend. And we started going back and forth and we were dying laughing, and we were like, okay, wait, let's pause here and make this a podcast episode because this is too good. I think our best one, which is not on the list because, well, I think I said this one. I was like, hear me out, Megamind.
And
listen.
And when you think about it, okay, when you really think about it.
He's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy.
He's incredibly smart.
Yes. He's a little sensitive, just a little bit, I would say. You know.
He has a best friend.
He does.
So, you know.
He's got some good head, you know, all of that. Oh my God. No, we're literally sitting at the island and Madeline says Megamind and we're both just dying laughing. Okay, because, you know, whatever.
Oh my God.
Well, then I was like, that's some head. And then, of course, we just started dying even more. Because For those who don't know Megamind, he has a massive actual cranium, okay? Head.
Yeah,
cranium.
His head is ginormous.
Anyway, so it was just a double meaning, ha he he kind of moment. But
I love Megamind though. That's like one of my favorite movies.
oh yeah.
I quote it all the time. Like I'll be like, say I wasn't so normal. Say I was bald and had the complexion of a popular primary color. As a random, non-specific example, would you still enjoy my company? And let me just say, Megamind, yes, I would enjoy your company. That's all I gotta say.
You know, honestly, in the same vein, but different movie, Monsters vs. Aliens. Nobody ever talks about that movie, but it was actually so good.
No, it was so good. I think that was DreamWorks too.
I think so, yeah.
DreamWorks is good. So good.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for today's episode, we already mentioned we made some lists, but we've got the animated weird ones that might not be human necessarily.
Listen, just hear us out.
just wait until the end of the episode before you start judging us and asking
just
us
hear
questions.
us out, okay?
And then we'll have some normal ones, which might be a little bit more mainstream or something. But anyway, so let's just get into it. So starting off, animated weird ones. Okay. Like I said, these are going to be all from an animated movie or not human necessarily.
Yeah.
These, I would say, are kind of really what the trend is about. Like the really weird, niche ones that nobody ever would have even thought of. Like these are the epitome. Okay. Are all of yours animated weird ones like falling within that category, you would say?
I'd say there's like two in here that are like, yeah, like it's a popular choice.
Okay.
Definitely not human though, but they're definitely popular choices. There's one that I don't think I've seen yet.
Yeah. Okay, well, but I actually, I'm so excited to hear your list, by the way. But I actually tried to pick ones that I haven't seen at all in any of the trends.
Oh, okay.
So they still fall, maybe some of them are popular, but I haven't necessarily seen them. So I don't know. We'll just see.
I just follow my heart.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah.
my heart tells me. I'm like, yeah.
So
let's dive in.
All right. So what was it? The first episode of this podcast, I mentioned that my favorite Disney film is Elemental. And so my first animated weird, hear me out, is Wade Ripple from the movie Disney's Elemental.
And for those who don't know, he's literally water.
He's literally water.
He's just water.
Oh my God.
With a personality.
Yeah, he's just water. But listen, okay? When we had our presentation night, I had this character made an appearance in my presentation. Okay, let's just say. But his personality is great.
Yeah.
Okay, his personality is excellent. And I've always been on the side of, I don't really care what something looks like. If they've got a good personality, I could get with that. I could get behind a personality. So Wade Ripple, he's sensitive. Okay, very sensitive, I would say.
Yeah.
But with that sensitivity also comes an innate understanding of other people's emotions and sensitivities.
Yeah, empathy, all that.
He's very selfless, putting himself in harm's way for the other person or the other fire element girl. Ember is her name, but nobody cares about her. And then very supportive. I would say he's protective.
You've got a whole list. Like, you're really in love with this man.
Listen, if Wade was human, like his personality was human, I could get behind that.
Yep.
I mean, I'm still behind Wade, you know, it doesn't matter to me, but anyway.
Yeah.
And then he can also shapeshift.
Yeah, that's true. He did have like
which
that
might
scene
come
where
in
he
handy
was
sometimes.
Whoa.
Well, I'm just.
Are you saying he'd make you wet? Is that what you're saying?
Madeline, I'm blushing.
Your face is red.
Oh, that's terrible. Wow. Okay.
Well, he's water.
I mean.
All right, get your mind out of the gutter.
Oh, like you didn't say it.
I'm saying
like that on purpose.
He's made of water, and so like.
Oh,
you know.
Right. You meant it like that.
Yeah, I was talking logistics.
Yeah, you
know
meant
where
like
you were.
Actually.
Yeah. Lord. What kind of show do you think this is?
Oh, Lord. Rated M.
True. We did establish that first episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, my first weird one is Rodney Copperbottom from Robots.
Oh my gosh, Rodney.
Listen.
That's a good one.
When I watched that movie the first time, I was like, why am I like having feelings right now? This dude's like literally a robot.
This is metal. Like, I don't.
It's literally metal. I don't understand. But first of all, Ewan McGregor voices him, and I love his voice. So like, he already has a great voice. And I'm like, ooh, hello.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dreamer. So he's like, always looking to the future. He's always wanting to do, he just has all these dreams and these goals for himself and for other people. He's very sympathetic. Like there's a scene in the movie when he like fixes all the robots and he's like, he's very handy.
Handy.
Yep. And he like cares for others. And plus he's got those baby blues, which I'm a sucker for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Rodney Copperbottom. I think he's cute.
Yeah, if I was a robot, yeah, for sure.
I'd hit that. I would. Sorry. I'm just a girl, okay?
I'm just a girl.
Is he a piece of machinery? Maybe. But hey.
Hey, you know what else is a piece of machinery?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God. Okay, we're going to end that statement there. Okay, well, that brings me into the second one. My second choice is Branch from Trolls. Yep. Branch from Trolls. That's also an animated movie. Branch is a troll.
Oh my god.
He is maybe the size of my pointer finger. I don't know how tall he is exactly, but
hey, size doesn't matter.
Hey, that's right. That's right. It's the motion in the ocean that counts.
Whoa.
So at least that's what I heard.
And we're back to Wade.
Oh my god, Wade. Oh man. Okay. So he kind of falls into that like I only smile for you trope. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
I
like
love
Grumpy
that.
Sunshine. Yes.
Oh my god. He has a beautiful singing voice, which is also just like a plus for me. He's got that bad boy like troubled past vibe to him.
Ooh, yes.
I'm just saying, okay, I'm a sucker for that as well. He's caring. And he's a part of a boy band, or at least he was at one point.
I love that.
So.
Well, yeah, they've rejoined, like they circled back around and
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that movie.
You haven't seen Trolls band together?
No, I've seen the rock and roll one.
Oh.
That's the second one, I think.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I haven't seen that one, the third one.
Band together's so good. There's a song from that, Better Place. It's on my Apple Music, like my jams playlist. Mm-hmm. Because I love it so much. It's so good. I mean, it's in sync, so of course it's going to sound amazing. But I love that song. I can't believe you haven't seen it. The villains are really good in that movie.
Oh, really?
They're so funny. It's like these weird looking, I don't know, tall noodle people. I don't know what they're not trolls.
Tall noodle people?
Yeah, look them up. I don't know how else to explain it.
I believe you.
But the villains are really good. I can't believe you haven't seen that. Branch is real good in that movie. You'll like it for sure. That's your homework. Go watch Trolls band together.
Okay. Will do.
I think it's on HBO.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Or Paramount.
All right, what's your second?
My second one is Robin Hood.
Oh,
From Disney's Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
I know he's a little basic.
Hey.
First of all, I'm going to just say it again. That voice. Ooh. I'm like, oh, he's so chivalrous.
You're a voice girl.
I am. I don't know. I don't know what that... Listen, okay. So he's like so chivalrous and he's like a hopeless romantic lover boy. Like he's like still pining after his first love, Maid Marian, and he's never moved on. And he's like, I'll always love her, but we can't be together because she's, she's royalty or whatever. And I'm just this thief but I'll always love her. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was like, I loved that as a kid. Watch it. I was like, wow. He really loves his woman. He always did the right thing. Like he was always doing, no matter if it was hard or if it was, like he obviously could have died a few times, but he like always did the right thing. And he's good with kids.
That's a good trait.
That scene with the little rabbit, I can't remember his name, but he shows up at the kid's birthday and it's so sweet. And I was like, he's good with kids. It's a check on my list.
Right, for real. Did we do a Disney dinner for Robin Hood? Do you remember?
I don't know if we did or not.
I feel like we watched it for some reason. Okay, so just to note, Disney dinner is I went through and created a ton of envelopes that each related to a different Disney movie. And when you would randomly pick one, whatever, and inside of each one was a dinner that would relate to the movie that you would have to watch, and they were all Disney themed.
So good.
So when Madeline and I lived together, and even afterward, we would still try and do this. We haven't done one in a little bit, I don't think. But anyway, we would pick one, and then we would make that dinner and watch the movie, whatever. I feel like I'm vaguely remembering that we watched Robin Hood one time, and that would have been the last time I've seen Robin Hood.
It's so good.
Robin Hood isn't one of those movies I watch all the time necessarily.
Oh, it's so cute. I quote Prince John all the time when I do like aha. I do that a lot, like when I'm sarcastically laughing or something. But yeah, Robin Hood. And that scene where they're dancing and like, what's the song? Something about love. I don't know. It was like their like little love scene with the music and the waterfall or whatever. And I was like, wow. And he like proposed to her. It was so beautiful. So yeah, Robin Hood. Is he a fox? Maybe. But that in more ways than one.
Aren't you also a fox?
That's true. Hey, we're the same species.
All right. My third one is this it might be a little crazy as well, but Simon from the Chipmunks.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
He's a
absolutely,
nerd.
actually.
He's a nerd. All right. When I was a kid, all right, I was so excited when Simon would come on the screen. All right. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Because whenever you watch movies, at least for me, I'm kind of like, okay, which character would I fall for in real life?
Yes.
It's like, okay, I absolutely would have fallen for Simon. He's a nerd. He's got glasses, which I'm a sucker for glasses.
Yep.
And isn't there a scene in that movie where he dances? Like he dances with his girl.
Oh, he dances throughout they're all performers, so they're dancing
but they
the
had
whole
like
time. But yeah,
I thought they went to a dance or they went to something or they did something.
It was the second one.
And they danced together. Him and his girl. I don't remember what the girl's name was.
Yeah.
But
Janelle. Don't ask me why I know that.
He like busted out these moves and I was like, wow, okay.
See, you need to rewatch, I think it's the third one when they get stranded on an island.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Simon turns it. I watch a lot of animated kids movies because I find them entertaining. So I rewatched Alvin and the Chipmunks, like all of them, like a year and a half ago or something. Well, there's a scene where they're stranded on an island and he like hits his head or something and he becomes, instead of Simon, he becomes Simone. Ooh. And he's like this like suave, debonair kind of character. I think he really... you should at least watch the scenes with him. He comes like this accent. He's like, he turns into this like super confident, like
it's like a Buzz Lightyear situation.
Kind of a little bit like Spanish Buzz.
My childhood subconscious definitely probably remembers that movie, and that's also why Simon's on the list, if I had to guess. All
right, my next one is probably the most unhinged on this list. Okay.
Okay.
Should I give a little bit? I feel like I should give a little backstory. So this is when I was little. We had an Xbox, okay? And Hayden, my brother, would play on the Xbox all the time. And Annalise and I had some games that we would do, but it was mainly Hayden's Xbox. Well, he had this one game, and it was a Sonic racing game. Hold on. It's not who you think, okay?
Okay.
And so you could pick which character you were for the racing thing. Annalise always wanted to be Amy, which was the pink girl. Well, I always liked Shadow, which was basically Dark Sonic. So on my list is Shadow. He was my first Shadow Daddy, I think. Because he's like Sonic.
Yeah.
But he's mysterious. You know? Like he's tall, dark, and handsome. He had like a dark past. Like I could fix him.
Not the I could fix him part. Oh, goodness.
Listen, hear me out, okay?
Oh, gosh. Listen, there's no judgment coming from this side of the microphone.
We listen and we don't judge. So yeah, it's Sonic the Hedgehog is the game, but it's Shadow the Hedgehog is the character. So it's like Dark Sonic. I don't know. Okay, listen.
Okay.
My first Shadow Daddy.
I love it. Okay, hold on. Hear me out. Wouldn't it be great if there was a book written about Shadow? Like a fantasy romance type of book.
So like what?
So what if that was to happen with your OG Shadow Daddy? Like that would be, you would love that book.
I don't think I would read it. I'm sorry. He's a hedgehog.
Okay, but he wouldn't be a hedgehog in the book necessarily.
So is he human?
Yeah.
Because if he's human, okay, well then that changes things.
He's human.
Then yes.
But he follows the same vibe. He's got the same name.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just...
Mm-hmm. Okay. I might, yeah. I do love a book with a dark, brooding male main character, with shadow powers is a plus for sure. Reese, Zayden, Luther. Mm-hmm. You don't know who Luther is. I need to get you on the Kindred Curse series, dude. That man. All right. Talk about, hear me out. How about just words on a page? Like, the shape of his name. How about that? It's words. Hear me out. He doesn't even have a face. It's just my imagination.
No, it's like the video from social media that's going around right now that's like, I went with my friends Shirkada-boop and Mookada-boop or whatever. Like how you read their names in your head or whatever.
Yes. Like I don't know how to pronounce their names, but I know what the shape of their name looks like on the page. So I know, oh, that's and we're going to Lirwiller. I love Lirwiller.
He's my favorite character for sure.
Yeah, love him. Don't know how to say your name, but I love you.
All right, this one might be a little crazy, maybe a little bit more normal than animated weird, but Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Okay.
That's not that weird to me. Like, okay. I'm like, hear me out, I'm sold.
Well,
yeah.
He's funny. I love his good sense of humor.
Yes.
He's kind of just there to have a good time.
Yeah, just along for the ride.
Yeah. I kind of feel like in his regard, the roles might be reversed a little bit, just in terms of like, I'd be holding his hand when he's scared.
Oh.
Rather than him holding mine.
Right.
And there's something that's appealing for me.
Wait, I kind of, yeah.
Like, it's just kind of like, because I love horror. I love scary, whatever. So I feel like the roles would be reversed in that kind of sense. And then my last little thing is that he kind of reminds me of Dean Winchester from Supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
And Dean Winchester is my favorite character from Supernatural. So anyway, that's that.
That's great. That's a great pick. That's not weird at all. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's like an obvious one. Hello.
Well, another weird thing is like Big Hero 6, for example. What's the like homeless looking guy's name?
Oh.
But he's actually got a mansion and all of that kind of stuff. I wouldn't say that he's like a hear me out pick, but he was kind of falling into that same line as Shaggy, where it's like, I might be able to get behind you if some of these things were different, but they're not, so.
His name is Fred.
Oh my God. Fred.
Which, side note, hear me out, Professor Callahan from Big Hero 6, but when he's got the mask. And he's all in his villain era.
Okay, girl.
Hold on. There's something about a mask.
Yeah.
I could name a few.
Have you seen those thirst traps of those girls who go to haunted houses or whatever, and the guys come up to them in those spooky
oh my gosh.
masks?
And they like put their arm up. Oh my God. See, I watch those videos and I'm like, wow, that's hot. But then I'm like, if I was actually there, I would probably pee myself because I hate haunted houses. I hate scary stuff. I would be screaming. I wouldn't be making jokes or whatever. Like, I'd be like, oh my God. But no, I have seen those.
Well, literally every time we've ever been through a haunted house, your eyes are closed for mostly the entire time.
Not closed.
You blink them really quickly so that you're like kind of.
I remember opening my eyes sometimes. The thing is, I would look at the ground. I wouldn't even look around. What was real scary one time, though, was it the first time we went or second time? I can't remember. But there was somebody that I knew who went to school with us.
Yeah.
She was in my class and she was one of the actors. And I walk in and she looks at me and I don't recognize her. And she just starts screaming at me, Madeline! And I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? And she's like coming in my, like, she's like all up in my face and she's like throwing whatever. And I'm like freaking out. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I just get having like a heart attack. Because like imagine you like turn a corner and somebody just starts screaming your name and you're like, who are you? Well,
okay, yes, but in real life. Oh.
No, wait.
Oh, I don't know if we can post this. This is too rated M. This is too far rated M.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant somebody is yelling at you.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't mean it in a sexual way. I'm sorry. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
You are honestly, though, one of the best people to go to a haunted house with. I know you hate them, but you're so much fun to go to a haunted house with.
But why? Because I'm miserable?
Well,
It's fun to watch me in pain. I'm not in pain.
yeah, kind of.
Oh.
Not actually, but like,
Well,
I don't know. It's entertaining, I guess.
well, I'm here for your entertainment. Is it just funny to like see me so scared? Because I mean, like they're scared, like people that are like, oh, that scared me. And then they laugh. I'm like terrified the entire time. Like I'm screaming, crying, throwing up.
Well,
Meanwhile, Bree's like, ooh, and then she'll laugh.
I remember, let me say this first. I think it's fun for like the first, genuinely, I think it's fun for like the first 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, we need to get her out of the situation. Like, she's not having fun. Now I'm not having fun. We just need to move on from this. But like the initial...
I'm sorry. I hope I don't tear you down.
Well, no, you're not.
When you're having your...
It's not that. It's more like my best friend Heart is like, okay, she's very obviously not enjoying this. So I probably shouldn't keep her in this situation. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say that. But I remember one time we went to the haunted house. I want to say it was like the first time that we went. And it was a big group of us. Some of us were from marching band. Like it was a group of all of us from marching band. And we were going through the line or whatever. And while you're standing in line, there's people dressed up, like walking through the crowd and coming up to you, trying to scare you, whatever. Well, somehow, some way, I ended up leading the pack. I don't know how this happened. I didn't want to lead the pack. I love scary things, but I didn't want to lead the pack. So, yeah, I don't know. But somehow I ended up leading. And then we were like just about to exit the haunted house. So I'm going through it, whatever. Of course, the people in the haunted house are targeting you. And like, I don't know if who else they were targeting, but they were targeting the people who visibly looked scared. That's who they were targeting. Yeah. And so we're all like hand in hand in a chain walking through this haunted house.
I'm gripping Tyler's hand. Tyler and I had been dating for like a month at this point. I was gripping his hand. Like, I think I might have sprained or something, one of his fingers. Like, I was like, iron grip. But yeah, we were like kindergarten rope. Like, we were all holding hands through this thing.
I think it was me, and then Amanda was behind me. It might have been like Courtney behind Amanda.
Yeah, Courtney, Connor was there, Bryce was there, Jesse was there. I mean, we had a whole big group.
It was like 9 or 10 of us.
Yeah.
It was quite a group. But anyway, so where was I going with this? Oh yeah, we were just about to leave the haunted house, and this guy in a pig mask.
Oh God.
And a chainsaw, like, ran straight up to me, like, just full running, ran up to my face and was like kind of brooding over me, like, what you gonna do about it, trying to scare you, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't even flinch. I don't know why.
You just blinked at him.
Well, actually, I said to him, I was like, that's a cool costume, man. I think that's what I said to him. But it doesn't matter. Point is, I just remember that. And then I got out of it, but then I looked behind me and everybody's like scrambling like chickens or something because everybody's scared. It's the final part where there's pig masks and chainsaws and it's like...
And it smells horrible.
Oh my God, they put some kind of fart spray or something in there. I don't even know.
Sulfur something. It smells like... decay or something nasty. I remember that. That was so scary. And what's crazy is a couple years later, my sister, she's like, I'm gonna get a job as being one of their actors.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I was like, are you serious? Like, does it freak you out? She's like, no, it sounds fun. So she, for I think 2 Halloween seasons. She's an actor. I never went when she was an actor. I wish I did because I wish I like saw her in action, but I've heard stories of her. Like she was one of the insane girls that was locked in a cage, and she would like run up at the cage and like rattle the bars, and she would scream at you, and like she'd hide in the shadows and then jump out and like reach through her her cell. But she was so good, and I wish I had like gone through and she was there just so I could be like, oh my god, that's my sister, look at her, hi.
Yeah, that would have actually been so fun. We should have gone together.
We should have,
because at the time that Annalise was doing that, I was living with her, so like,
yeah,
she was my roommate. Now you had moved in with Tyler, so it was like she was coming home with all the makeup still on her face, and I was like, oh dang, that's kind of crazy, that's intense.
Yeah. All right, Annalise, you need to go back for one last Halloween.
Yes.
So that we can do it. We can go through and see you. Now, it did shred her voice. Like, her voice is, I feel like, permanently changed because she would scream so much.
From what she said, though, she enjoyed it, so.
Yeah, apparently the manager was crazy, though.
Yeah, the manager was crazy. Yeah, crazy times. All right, I think we left off on me, so it's your turn.
Right. Yes, my next...
Sorry, we got off on some tangents there.
Don't worry, I added them to the tally. So, I'll say like next to last one. I have one honorable mention for weird ones, but I would say this last one is a little bit of following on a trend here. I don't know what this says about me, but Nick Wilde from Zootopia.
Ooh, yes, ma'am.
Again, another fox. I don't know. Why do they make the foxes?
I got a thing for them foxes.
Well, why did they do this to these characters? It's like, am I attracted to voices? Absolutely. He's very suave, confident, and I don't know, like he's just got this like air of like, I don't care, but I do care about you. Like kind of like Grumpy Sunshine kind of trope, which I was like, wow. He like called her a nickname for like the whole movie, but then when she was in peril, he was like, wait, and he like called her by her real name. I was like, wow, that's so tea. And he kind of has bedroom eyes, so you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know. Okay, it's he's on a lot of the Hear Me Out lists. I will say he's a popular one for sure, and for good reason.
Can I ask you a question?
You can.
Would you put Swiper on your Hear Me Out list? I mean, he's a fox. I'm just curious if there's a trend there.
No, I don't think so, because he's a different kind of like bad boy, because he doesn't, it's for selfish reasons. If you're selfish, no, because you're only thinking about yourself.
Okay, I get you.
Plus his voice is not cute. I just said I'm attracted to voices, and his is like, oh man. Swiper,
That's
no
true.
swiping.
But I was just going with the fox idea. I didn't know if he'd be on that list.
Okay, well, not that one.
Okay. All right, my last maybe weird one, Prince Sky. He is from Winx Club. I know you didn't watch Winx Club, but I did watch
Let me
Winx
look
Club.
him up. Hold on.
And he's a prince, first of all.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
He's a fighter.
He's cute.
He's like one of them sparring type of people. He was kind of the protector of the group, like fighting whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of an extroverted type, which I kind of like because I'm not an extroverted type. So, kind of makes friends with everybody, whatever. He does have like a jealous, overprotective, possessive kind of thing. So let me just tell you something.
Tell me.
After I made this list, I was thinking about it and I was like...
You were thinking about him?
Well, I was in a way, but I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, wait. Prince Sky is like literally Tamlin. Maybe just not as intense, but he's kind of like Tamlin. So now that's the one that I was kind of like, he's last on my list. Maybe he shouldn't be on my list because I don't know, but
yeah.
I'm
not gonna lie, when I looked him up and I'm looking at his pictures right now, I'm like, it's kind of giving Tamlin vibes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of got some Tamlin vibes.
Is there a shadow guy in Winx Club?
I don't remember the shadow guy. No, I don't. But anyway, I don't know. I would say the difference though is that Tamlin is much more possessive in a bad way kind of thing, whereas he was more just like in a sweet way overprotective and caring for Bloom, which was his girlfriend. She was the main fairy. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was a Winx Club kid. I loved Winx Club, but he's definitely on that list, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
But now that I've got the Tamlin vibes in my head, I'm like, you're kind of ruining it for me.
Right. It's like, never mind. It was like gaslit. Like, oh, man.
So anyway, but let me also tell you something. Fate, a Winx saga on Netflix. You need to get behind that. Okay.
Okay.
Listen, the guy who's supposed to play Prince Sky in that, you need to look him up.
I'll have to look him up. Is he a cutie?
He's cute. He's cute.
All right. I had one more like honorable mention for this category.
Okay.
Maybe two, but did you have any other honorable mentions?
I have 4 honorable mentions. I'm just going to run through them. I'm not going to explain myself.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what it is and where they're from. Okay.
All right. Well, I didn't know if I was going to run through mine or if you wanted to run through yours.
You run through yours because I just went. So you go.
Okay. Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. Lightning McQueen from Cars.
Have you seen that episode of My Strange Addiction where the guy falls in love with his car? Mm-hmm. Okay, just curious.
I can't get that image out of, like, it's ingrained in my brain at this point. Max Goof from a Goofy movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Totoro from My Neighbor Totoro. Do you know what Totoro looks like?
Isn't he like that big brown bear like looking
the big
thing with the
bunny bear thing?
Yeah. Okay.
He's cuddly.
He gives Poe vibes. I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
Hey, Poe. That's on my list too. Poe.
Well, okay, wait. Talking about Poe. Talking about like those kinds of vibes. All right. I was on campus one day. Have I told you this story?
Maybe.
Okay, I was walking on campus one day, and there was a group of maybe 3 guys walking behind me. They're all talking, okay? And I don't even remember the beginning of the conversation. I just remember that they were talking about girls and this one girl that they liked or this one guy liked. And he ended up saying something like, I don't know why she would go for somebody like that. I mean, look at me over here. I'm a Sleep Number mattress. I'm much more comfortable to cuddle up next to at night or something like that is what he said. And I just about lost it. Walking. Like, obviously I'm eavesdropping. I shouldn't be.
You were about to turn
this.
around and like throw yourself on him.
I
like,
mean,
hello.
Listen, I don't need no 6-pack personally, but
no.
Anyway, all I'm saying is I just thought that was so funny. Oh my God. I was dying laughing.
That's great.
Do you have any other honorable mentions?
I think that's it. What are yours?
My honorable mentions are Ron from Kim Possible, Diego from Go Diego Go.
Yes.
Ben 10 from Ben 10.
Yep.
And then Danny Phantom from Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom?
Yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
That's such a good one. See, those are normal for me. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I would say like the top 3 ones I had, I would say were like the weird ones, and the other ones were kind of normal, but they were all kind of from like my little childhood.
Right.
I would say before I became a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, next we're going to dive into some more normal, quote unquote, normal ones. These are more mainstream or at least human. So, we're not going to be naming any robots or water. I think all these people are going to be relatively normal. My first one in here, you could put this under the weird one, but I think this is normal. And it's going to be Jack Frost from Rise of the Guardians.
That's actually so normal. I agree. 1,000%.
Love this man. Like, let me tell you, I was a huge Jelsa fan.
Oh my God, Jelsa, yes. Mm-hmm.
When I was about 15, 16, there may or may not be some Jelsa edits that I have made floating around on the internet.
Wait, no way.
For real.
Wow.
I couldn't tell you where they are now. At some point, they were on this old Instagram that I had, but I think I deleted the Instagram because I had a whole editing account. I was that person. But I made some Jelsa edits. So Jelsa is Jack Frost and Elsa. It's their ship name.
Oh, I love it.
Oh gosh, shipping. It's so 2016. But I loved them. So yeah. He's on my list. Like, the white hair, the blue eyes, the ice powers. I'm going to say it again. The voice. It's Chris Pratt. Not Chris Pratt. Chris Pine. Chris Pine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably my... Some people would say maybe that's weird, but I was like, That's the first one I thought of. I was like, hello.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good one. I would say that's normal for sure. Even if it's like an animated human, I would say it's still normal.
Okay, I've got one on my list that's maybe should have been moved into the other category, but we'll get there.
Okay, well, my first one is also animated still, but human. Kristoff from Frozen.
Of course.
No explanation necessary. I mean, he's just...
That's your man.
That's my man. I will die on that hill. So, yeah.
That's your favorite dude.
I could just go on for hours about Kristoff, but I'll save you all from that experience.
Yep. Instead, we'll just post that one.
We are not posting that one slide. We are not posting that one slide.
Should we explain what that PowerPoint was for you? I feel like this is a good spot to...
Listen.
So you all remember that PowerPoint night?
Calling out to all of my family members who are listening right now.
And mine.
Y'all have to remember that you signed an NDA in the first episode. Virtually signed an NDA in the first episode, okay? So this presentation, we had a presentation night. We talked about that. Madeline's presentation was about starting a podcast, which is where this idea came from. Well, my presentation was called Fictosexuality, and that is essentially a sexual attraction to fictional characters, okay? And it was Disney edition, okay?
Yep.
So it was all these different types of men from Disney movies, and I created a fuck-o-meter and basically ranked these men
God, that's what it was
on the
called.
fuck-o-meter, and
It was like a game show.
it was like a game, yeah, like a dating game show.
You like rated them off their looks, their personalities, their like...
I went into detail.
You know who ranked super high on that list that was surprising? Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice ranked high.
He ranked like 6 out of 10.
Yeah, he ranked pretty high. He did. I mean, King Candy was up there. Not that he was like high on the list. He got like a 0.1, I think. But
Yeah.
it was just like running through some funny ones using this meter to kind of whatever.
They got a score at the end.
Yeah, they got a score. So anyway, Kristoff, of course, was number 1 and he broke my scale. But
It's not the only thing he broke.
no comment. But anyway, so yeah, there was one slide where I found some fan art of Kristoff. Okay.
Not appropriate.
Not
fan
appropriate
art.
fan art, but fan art of Kristoff. And while I was presenting, Kristoff was like, what, number 6 or something like that?
Yeah.
Something in the lineup of men. And I like presented Kristoff, and then I clicked the next button, and it like just quickly went through the next slide and straight on to the next one. Madeline was like, oh no, hold on. Go back to that slide
I'm
again.
pretty sure I saw something.
I'm pretty sure I saw Kristoff with a 6-pack. Go back. Hold on. Anyway, so...
Yes, that's what I was referencing.
Yes, that's what she was referencing.
And that's all that was on that slide, too.
That's it. Just that.
There was nothing else.
And him hugging Sven. That's it.
Yep. Very wholesome.
Very, very wholesome. I would never, ever in a million years be inappropriate. That is not me.
Right.
But anyway, so Kristoff, he's number 1 on my list and will forever be number 1 on my list.
Mm-hmm. My next one is... All of mine are animated. I'm just going to say that right now. They're all animated.
Okay.
So this section for me is fictosexuality because these are all just animated people. So the next one on my list is Milo Thatch from Atlantis.
Oh, can we get Jonathan Bailey to play Milo Thatch, please? Have you seen that going around?
Yes, you sent it to me.
Oh my God.
Thing is, I want him or Andrew Garfield.
Oh, Andrew Garfield would be good too.
With the glasses? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding?
I actually think I might vote for Andrew Garfield because he kind of fits the vibe a little bit more.
Yeah, a little tall, lanky.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
nerdy.
Well, I think even like personality type, like that's just him.
Well, he was Peter Parker, so that kind of fits.
Yeah, it does fit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry to interrupt your...
No.
Hear me out.
I mean, he's nerdy, tall, lanky, family man, you know. I'm pretty sure I married Milo Thatch. That's the person I married. He's nerdy, tall, lanky, extremely smart. He just doesn't wear glasses.
That's true.
But yeah, I'd say that's a relatively normal one.
Yeah, I would say so. Well, my next one is also animated, but then all of mine after that are real people.
Oh, well.
But it's okay. We'll just go back and forth. It's not a big deal.
Oops.
So my next one is Tadashi Hamada from Big Hero 6.
Oh, Tadashi.
He was also on the PowerPoint.
He was.
He ranked number 2. So anyway, yeah. So Big Brother type. I would say he's hot, personally.
Mm-hmm.
He's a nerd. Also great. He's protective. Also great. Very selfless,
Yeah, to the point where he runs into a burning building. Spoiler alert, he dies.
Oh my god. I didn't put Barley on my animated weird ones, but Barley is Tadashi Hamada vibes as like an animated weird one.
Yes.
The way Barley has my heart, like
from Onward.
It's something, from Onward. It's another Disney movie, which is also number 1 on my list. But there's something about that type of like big brother who kind of had to act as the father or the father figure because the father figure wasn't in their life. That's just like so just...
That gets you going.
Mm-hmm. I was going to quote KFC, but I won't do that. So we'll move on.
Ooh, oh my god, I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt. Oh my goodness. All right, my next one is Jim Hawkins from Treasure Planet.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Treasure Planet growing up. He's a bad boy. He's got a scar, He's a pirate. That's hot. He's got a little ponytail. This was like also, I feel like the same time when I watched Pirates of the Caribbean and I was like, oh, Will Turner with his little, his little ponytail. I was like, I'm into that. He's got like a space skateboard. Like he's one of those like that skateboard guy with, he's got his scar. He's all, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I loved him. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. That's a good movie. Underrated movie, first of all.
Extremely. So good.
All right. Well, now the rest of mine are real. So... Lewis from H2O.
Oh, yeah.
I could say Zane, too, for that one. But his real name is Angus McLaren. He's an actor. But in H2O specifically, he was also nerd, awkward type. I would say he was kind of protective, like protected their secret and, would do anything for Chloe and all this kind of stuff. Or Cleo, not Chloe.
Clear. No, the condensation.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Zayn was kind of like fitting those bad boy vibes, which he dated, everybody's screaming. Do you remember her name? Ricky. Her name was Ricky.
Yes,
Ricky?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She had the boiling water power.
Yeah, the hot water. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, anyway.
Did you just say everybody's screaming?
Yeah, like screaming because I couldn't remember her name.
Oh, I was like, what is happening on your end? I was like, I don't hear anything.
Oh, no.
She's like, the voices, they won't shut up.
It's my schizophrenia.
Like, oh,
I'm like rocking in my seat. All of my
her
personalities
arms
are
wrapped around.
I need the straight jacket.
I didn't know what you were talking about. I was like,
no.
I'm screaming right now. Oh my god.
No, the pears are screaming because I couldn't remember her name. That's what I meant. The listeners.
Right, the listeners.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I follow. All right. My next one is Dimitri from Anastasia.
Oh my god. Girl.
Do I even have to say anything?
No. Mm-mm.
Wow. He fits literally all the tropes that I love in the books I'm reading now. Like, it's like the grumpy, but he fell first. Like, he fell first. He fell hard for her. He's got like the floppy hair. Super romantic. He's got that like don't you touch her kind of vibes, like touch her and you're dead, like kind of thing. He was probably my sexual awakening as a
really
when I saw that movie the first time. I was like, yeah, yep. I was like, why am I feeling things right now for this man?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good
one. I
one.
love that movie so much.
Oh my god, that movie's excellent. I want those PJs so bad. Like the crop set.
Yes, all of her outfits, really.
Oh, absolutely.
But definitely that pink crop set. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was so cute. So cute. I love the, like, how it was kind of sheer on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, it was a crop top, but it went down further and it was like a sheer fabric and then...
Yeah. So pretty.
So beautiful. All right. My next one is Fabian Rudder. He is from House of Anubis.
Hold on, I gotta look at him while you're...
Okay. Fabian Rudder from House of Anubis. Sabuna, for those who know. I was obsessed with that show when I was younger. And, like, I would say joining my teenage years. And he was kind of that, like, character that I just vibed with.
He's got that floppy hair.
Yeah. He's got the vibes.
Yeah.
I would say he also falls into the nerd category. Like,
Yeah.
so House of Anubis was all about these kids who go to a boarding school somewhere in Europe. And
I was going to say, it's giving Harry Potter vibes.
Yes, absolutely gives Harry Potter vibes. But essentially they find out that their house is kind of intertwined with this like Egyptian lore kind of thing. And it's like magic stuff, hieroglyphics and all that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so Nina, which is the main girl of the show, is kind of like the key to unlocking the different mysteries of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fabian kind of gets with Nina and they're like a couple. I think it was kind of like a slow burn romance for a little while there.
Ooh,
Like,
I love a slow burn.
they weren't really together, but he definitely had a crush on her.
Yeah.
So they actually put the first season of House of Anubis on Netflix. And I'm like, okay, when are you putting out the next one? Like, I need to rewatch this
Just
show.
like I've already watched the first season.
It's shit now that I'm going back and rewatching it. But the vibes are still there. And
It's
still
nostalgic.
excellent. Something else I learned while I was researching Fabian, because I was like, oh, I need to see his face again. Like, I just need to see him. I learned that Claudia Jessie, like Eloise in Bridgerton,
Oh, yeah.
she was in that, apparently.
Really?
And she played a character named Sophia Dene. And I don't remember her from the show, but apparently she made an appearance in like one episode. But that was like a fun fact that I learned.
Nice.
It's kind of interesting.
All right, my next one. I should have put some real people in here. I'm a psychopath.
No, it's okay.
Prince Zuko from Avatar.
Oh, girl.
Prince Zuko.
You got a thing for the scars, too.
Oh, listen, I don't know. I like... Okay. The thing is, I like reading and watching, like, those types of characters. Like, I love those tropes.
Mm-hmm.
I would not in real life. I mean, I literally married, like, golden retriever energy.
Mm-hmm.
Nerd Milo Thatch. Like, but I'm like, oh yeah, this, whatever. But yeah, Prince Zuko, he's a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
I love when he got the long hair in season 3. Season 2, Zuko was good, but season 3, Zuko was the best. He's like the fire to my water, like forbidden love.
Ooh.
You know? Because I always thought I had water powers growing up. Not thought I had. But like whenever you'd play pretend or whatever, I'd play with my Barbies or with my whatever, I would always have water powers. Like if it was any magical world, I'd be like, yep, mine has water and ice powers. So he's like the fire to my water.
Mm-hmm.
He's like angsty, but also awkward and secretly funny. Love that. You know, I'd let him keep me warm at night.
Girl, oh my god, with his fire powers. Dang, there's gonna be some steam coming off of y'all. Ooh, Lord. Girl.
Hot take, I think Zuko and Katara should have ended up together.
I agree.
Fight me in the comments, but...
I actually wholeheartedly agree with you.
Dante Bosco, who voices Zuko, he is adamant. He's like the president of the Zutara fan club. And he has said that many times. Y'all go listen to what's it called? Avatar. Oh my gosh, this is going to kill me. It's a podcast that he does with Janet Barney, who voices Korra in Legend of Korra, but it's Avatar Braving the Elements. And he has mentioned Zutara a lot on that show.
Really? That's actually really interesting.
It's so good. And it's really funny because he sounds the exact same, in my opinion, as when he was playing Zuko. And so I'm listening to the podcast and I'm like, Zuko's just talking to me right now. Like, Zuko's just in my headphones. But yeah, Prince Zuko.
I would agree with that one, though. Yeah, they definitely should have ended up together. I will also die on that hill as well. So
yeah.
I am placing my flag on that hill.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My last two, I would say, are very, very normal. And they're kind of like my now hear me outs, I guess, kind of. So any of the guys from Pretty Little Liars. Did you ever watch that show?
I watched like the first couple episodes, but I really couldn't get behind it when she started like getting with her teacher. I was like, I'm uncomfy. And meanwhile, Brianna's like, and that was hot for me.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Nope. Say it, girl.
No, honestly, when there is a like teacher-student relationship thing happening, it is very uncomfy, very uncomfortable. I don't get behind that, but there was something about the Pretty Little Liars one that I did get behind. But yeah, so like overall, the teacher-student relationship is a no from me.
Yeah.
But specifically the Pretty Little Liars relationship between Arya and I think his name was Ezra. I could be wrong, but I think his name was Ezra. I loved that. Caleb and Hannah was also loved that. Spencer and Toby, I think was her name. Loved that. Or Spencer was the girl's name. Toby was the guy's name. But anyway. But yeah, so the Pretty Little Liars guys, they're all really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I just put that whole show down.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like putting like Vampire Diaries. Just all of them.
Well.
I'm not going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
I'm looking at my notes for this next one.
Oh, jeez.
This one? Oh, my God. Jake Sully from Avatar. Dude.
Oh, my God. Yes. 1,000 times yes. Oh,
but
wow.
As an avatar, as a Na'vi, not human.
Okay. Yeah. No, I would agree with that too. 1,000%.
Because, I mean, he's 10 feet of hello. Like, oh my God.
Girl.
And he's got that little loincloth.
The loincloth. No.
Listen. And I have it in all caps 3 times. I said, voice, voice, voice. Oh my God. So good.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He's like so chiseled, you know? And also like, you know, obviously his personality of like learning the Na'vi ways and like all of that. I loved his character arc in the movies.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And then in Way of Water, he's like a family man.
Oh.
Hot. Smash.
Who would you pass in that movie?
The Colonel, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anybody like that, yeah. But no, everybody else, fair game.
But is there any avatar that you would pass?
Maybe like the chief, because he's kind of old.
Yeah, the old man chief who ended up dying in the first movie anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry if you haven't seen it, but it's been out forever, so.
Yeah. Or also his son, what was his name?
The chief's son or the one who was promised to...
No, sorry, in The Way of Water.
Oh, you would pass on his son?
No, not pass. I was just saying, like, is it Neteyam? Is that him?
That sounds right.
Is he the one that dies?
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Sorry.
Neteyam dies. But, dude, Jake Sully. I think it was seeing him in the second movie being like a family man. I think that really solidified it for me. Like, I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. I definitely had more of a crush on Jake Sully in the second one than I did in the first one.
Yeah.
First one was still great, but like the second one was he came into who he was now.
The Turok Makto.
Yeah.
I love Avatar so much, dude.
It's so good. I mean, I don't even remember how many times I saw that in theaters.
We saw it, I feel like, together at least twice. I know we saw it in the
yeah, in the
theater that had like the side screens.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So it was like fully immersive. So good. The music in that movie is amazing.
Yeah.
Jake Sully. I also loved Neytiri in that movie too. Zoe Saldana's character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love that movie so much.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so excited for the next ones that come out.
I know. They've already released a couple of pictures.
Yeah.
For Fire and Ash. Oh, I'm so excited.
Is that coming out next year, I think?
I think it's this year. I think it's this Christmas.
Oh, this Christmas?
I think so. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Well, I will come to you just so that we can watch that movie.
December 19th, 2025. We'll do it for my birthday.
Oh my God, yes. We will
watch
do it
it
for your birthday.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited.
And then maybe we should go to maybe a fondue restaurant or something, or where they cook in front of you because it's like Fire and Ash. Like we should go somewhere where there's like a grill.
Yes, we could go to Q Korean.
Yeah.
Love that place. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, we'll plan it. TBD.
All right.
But we'll put it on the list.
All right. My last one. And then I've got some honorable mentions of some real guys.
Okay.
All right. Some non-fiction, non-animated. But this last one, I just watched this movie last night, is Howl Pendragon from Howl's Moving Castle. It's a Studio Ghibli movie. Mm-hmm. Studio Ghibli. Mm-hmm. He's so Reese-coded, dude.
Oh, really?
So Reese-coded. Because he literally has that line where he goes, "There you are, I've been looking for you." He's like, magical wizard Shadow Daddy. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you...
Oh, he's 5'11".
So he's tall. Okay. But it's him with the black hair, blue eyes. He's got blonde hair in his main look. But there's his whole story is that like he meets the love of his life when he's younger, but then it's some weird like time kind of traveling thing. And so he spends like his life looking for her. And then when he finds her, he literally, that's the first word he says to her. It's like, there you are, I've been looking for you. Actually, I think the actual phrase is, there you are, sweetheart. Sorry, I'm late. I've been looking everywhere for you, or something like that. And it was like, oh,
wow.
It's so good. It's such a cute story. It's my favorite Studio Ghibli movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just very Reese coded though, for sure. It's so sweet.
Okay.
But
yeah, I'm just looking at Wiki.
she's like, I'm gonna look into this man.
Yep. Absolutely. I have actually seen this movie.
Yeah, I think I might have showed it to you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big like Studio Ghibli girl, but I have seen a couple of them, and this is one of them that I've seen.
Yeah, I love Studio Ghibli movies. I've seen all of them. And yeah, Howl's Moving Castle, Castle in the Sky. Oh my God. So good. Just all of those movies I love. But yeah, Howl Pendragon for sure. All right. Do you have any other honorable mentions? Or is that kind of it?
Not really. I was gonna just mention in the Hear Me Out kind of episode thing that we're doing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask you Team Edward or Jacob, because I felt like it kind of matched the theme.
That definitely matches. Okay. Obviously Team Edward.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. If you're Team Jacob, then I know you didn't read the books because you just like Taylor Lautner. So I will say in the movies, I like Jacob. I do like Taylor Lautner. I do think he's a good character. But then I just think of that scene where she's like, you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster? She's like yelling at him and he's like, it's a wolf thing. I don't know. But yeah, definitely Team Edward. What about you?
Oh, Team Edward, 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
1,000%. Like, I will say when I was younger, I still to this day, I have not read the books, personally. They're on my list to read because I know the books are way better than the movies, obviously.
So much better.
And I've even learned, like, through what people have told me and stuff, that Bella is not the same in the books as she is in the movie. Like, she's a different vibe.
She's so much more likable in the books.
Yeah.
In the movies, you're just annoyed.
Right.
I think it's just the way that they directed Kristen Stewart to play her, and it was like, it just was so cringy.
Well, even, like, the actors, Robert Pattinson, Kristen Stewart, Taylor Lautner, they've all come out and said how sucky it was, and how, like, the directors were terrible, and they were just doing what they were told and trying to make the best of it, you know?
Yeah.
Which I just hate that for them. I mean, Twilight was such a big thing for them that it was like, you know. I've also heard, though, that, what's the girl's name who wrote Twilight?
Stephanie Meyer?
Stephanie Meyer sounds right. But she, I guess, was also on the team for the movie, and a lot of her choices were bad. But it was like her way or the highway kind of thing.
Oh.
And so that was also a hindrance for the movie. But anyway, all that to be said, Team Edward. I've also been seeing some Carlisle thirst traps, though, recently.
I have too. Like, why did she go after Edward when Carlisle was right there?
Right. And it's like, hey, now that all of us gals who watched Twilight are older, now we've all got eyes for Carlisle.
Exactly.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I see it.
They're not false. So.
I had a couple, like, last minute normal ones that I was like, I didn't realize that you were like, I'm gonna pick some normal people. And I'm like, oh, shoot, those are, like, real people. All of mine were animated. I just have 3 little honorable mentions. We've got Draco Malfoy.
Yes, 1,000%, yes.
I'm currently reading the book Manacled. Have you heard of this?
I don't think so.
I'm about to get you on this.
Okay.
It's a fan fiction. And it's probably the most well-known...
Hermione and Draco?
Yep. It's probably the most well-known Harry Potter fan fiction out there.
I'm on their train. I mean, personally, I am, but...
And I got the book for my Kindle.
Okay.
And I started it the other day. Holy crap. This thing goes crazy. It's so dark. Like, I'm reading this and I'm, like, already crying. But... yeah. And so I've really liked Draco. I really liked his character just in the books and the movies and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really excited to read this. But the author who wrote Manacled, did you know that Twilight started out as fan fiction? Like the original story? Stephanie Meyer wrote fan fiction for... oh, what it was, oh no, something was actually, oh no, it was 50 Shades of Grey started out as Twilight fan fiction. And then they took that story, changed the names, put it in real life, and then named it 50 Shades of Grey. And that's how it became a thing. Mm-hmm. So similar things happening with Manacled. It's now off of the fan fiction website, and it's now going to be a real book, but it's not Harry Potter because that's copyright. But it also has the word alchemy in it. It's called, she just released Alchemized. That's what it's called. So it's her debut novel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, that was like a really long tangent. That might count for 2. But Draco on my list for sure. I'm going to rapid fire the other 2. Peeta Mellark and Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Well, final thoughts. Do you think we're weird and crazy and we should be judged?
I think you're normal. I think I'm crazy. I think I had a lot of hot takes in here.
Listen, I had a chipmunk, I had water, and I had a troll.
How many times did I say the words Shadow Daddy in this episode?
I'm thinking about at least 2 or 3 times that you said Shadow Daddy.
Like 4. It's a lot. And one of them was about a hedgehog. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to check myself into a psych ward. So, oh my gosh. Well, listen, if any of y'all related to any of the characters that we mentioned here, let us know on our Instagram.
Yeah, let us know we're not crazy.
Maybe send us a DM. Comment on our Instagram some of your Hear Me Out picks. We kind of want to see what y'all's picks are. If you have any characters that you're like, listen, I know this is an inanimate object or whatever. So let us know in the comments some of your Hear Me Out choices.
Yes.
And let us know if we were a little crazy or if we were
on the money.
If you agreed with any of these.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I had some weird ones for sure. I know that my mom is probably listening and she's uncomfortable.
Yeah, my mom probably clicked off this video at like the 15-minute mark. She was like,
oh yeah.
After the Megamind story, she was like, I'm leaving.
She's like, nope.
I've never heard my daughter say that and I don't want to hear her say that again. So,
oh no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my goodness. What is something you're loving right now?
Something I am loving right now. I'm thinking.
You didn't come prepared?
Because I actually came prepared with like 2 things that I hate right now.
Oh, well, what are you hating?
I wasn't prepared with things that I love right now.
You don't have to love something. What are you hating?
Okay, right now I'm hating. So I have an allergist appointment this next week with a doctor for allergies. No. And so like 4 days ago, I had to stop taking my allergy medicine.
Oh no.
Because, that way the stuff will react correctly when I'm at the doctor's office getting the little pricks or whatever on my skin.
Yeah.
Well, for those who don't know, I'm very allergic to cats and I have 2 of them. And so I've been struggling, like I'm just itching everywhere. And I've realized today, because I'm packing as well, and I'm like packing up all my boxes and whatever, and my skin just starts like breaking out in bumps. So apparently I guess I'm allergic to cardboard or something. And I'm like,
oh my gosh,
I don't know. I'm just a mess. Like my skin will typically get itchy when I'm using cardboard boxes or touching them, but they've never had bumps on them.
Weird.
And at the time of packing, in all the times past, I've been on this allergy medicine. So I haven't had any issues necessarily outside of my skin getting a little itchy, but I was like, maybe it's just because the cardboard is drying out my skin. Well, today I'm packing and I look at my arm and I've got bumps all over my arm and I'm like,
oh my gosh, dude.
So that's something I'm hating. The other thing I'm hating right now is I read the first part of Akawar.
Akawar?
So spoiler alert, skip forward like a minute. Lucian and Feyre are on their way back to
So they left.
Court. So they left. I'm pretty sure they're going to Autumn Court first. But anyway, so they left. They lost their powers or whatever because of the bitches who gave them that poison.
The twins, yep.
The fact that Feyre blew up Yanthi's arm or hand, I love that part.
Wasn't that crazy? She was like,
part.
You'll never touch another man again.
Oh my god, I love that part.
Broke her fingers.
The thing that I'm hating right now is this is the first time that I've actually hated Sarah's writing. Like, actually hated Sarah's writing.
No.
Because I don't think the rest of the book is going to go this way, but it felt very rushed in the beginning. just in terms of like, she was just trying to get to the meat of it when she goes back to the night court and all of these other things start happening.
Yeah.
So it's like this whole first part where there should have been a lot more drama happening is like, whatever. I don't know. So I'm having a little bit of an issue with her right now because I'm just not vibing with how quickly it went through.
Yeah.
And I'm also kind of wishing a little bit that no one's on Team Tamlin. I'm not on Team Tamlin. But I'm kind of wishing a little bit that maybe she like made Tamlin a little bit more lovable in this part to make it that much harder for her to go back. I guess I'm just kind of like, he was just insufferable the whole time.
Yeah. Well, you also have to remember you are reading it from Feyre's perspective and she like hates him. And so she's going to paint him in a bad light.
I mean, maybe, but...
But I do think it was rushed, that first part. There's a lot that happens in this book. There's a lot that happens in all these books, but this one, there's a lot. So I feel like she did kind of have to like, you know, hurry up through that, which is unfortunate, but...
I don't know. That's just whatever. I'm trying to think of something I love, though, because I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer.
You don't have to always say something you love. You don't always have to be positive, and that sucks. Those are both sucky things.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you loving or hating right now?
Mine's also book related.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished Onyx Storm.
You did?
2 nights ago, dude. So I'm loving reading all of the theories and the predictions and the like looking at all the videos and stuff. So 2 nights ago, there was a tornado warning and it was thunderstorming outside. It was crazy. And we had to actually like hunker down in my bathroom because it was like right over us. But right before that, I was like almost done with the book. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to finish this. So the final battle is happening. It's super intense. I've got my fantasy romance YouTube music ambiance video in the background. There's thunder and lightning outside. If you know Fourth Wing, you know why that's important. And there's a tornado warning. And if you've read Onyx Storm, you know why that's important. And so all of this is happening at once. And I'm like, what is going on right now? So I'm freaking out. And the book ends. And then Tyler comes in. He's like, we got to go to we got to hunker down. And I was like, hold on, I just finished Onyx Storm. I need to take a second. And he's like, well, there's this Onyx Storm upon us right now. Like, get downstairs. But no, I'm loving all the videos that I'm finding. I'm sending them to one of my friends. Shout out to Grace, if you're listening.
Grace, hello.
Grace, hi. So she got me on Fourth Wing, but I'm sending her like all the videos. I'm pretty sure I'm annoying her, and I'm sorry if I am, Grace. I just... so excited that I'm finally done with it. And so I love looking at all the videos and the predictions and the interviews with Rebecca Yarros and like all this stuff. So I'm just fully immersed in Onyx Storm right now. My entire For You page is just all Onyx Storm. So yeah, that's something I'm seriously loving right now. All right.
What's our tangent tally? I feel like we have a lot this episode.
We have, all right, final guesses.
I'm going to guess 32.
Okay. It's not that many.
Okay.
But it is the most we've had so far. We have 25.
Wow.
Yeah, and the thing is, some of them were like long ones.
Yeah.
So I was like, does that count as multiple? But yeah, our tangent tally is 25. Yikes. Like, we started talking about haunted houses. Like, we went off the rails for a minute.
That was like years ago that we started about that.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
This episode was a journey, let me tell you.
Oh, it was. Well, we hope you all enjoyed
Yep.
our craziness. So be sure to follow us on your preferred podcast listening platform. We are everywhere. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, podcasts, really anywhere. Be sure to follow us on Instagram as well at Funny Pear Pod. That's pear as in P-A-I-R, not the fruit. Funny Pear Pod, to stay up to date on all the latest news and releases. And also let us know what you think of this episode and the podcast in general. Send us a DM, leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. If you want to hear more content like this, let us know.
We would be happy to oblige. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can also find our website link in the description. And for any of you pairs out there that might be interested, there's this really cool feature. It's a little like digital fan mail link that's also down in the description. You can basically text us and let us know what you're thinking. And who knows, the top responses can also end up on our website page. Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like a little
exciting.
review. If you want to just give us a shout out, or if you want to ask us questions or whatever, we can. If you ask us questions, we might make a segment on the podcast where we answer some of y'all's questions. Like, just let us know your thoughts, concerns.
Yep. Questions, comments, concerns.
We get a
complaints.
message from our moms, like, Madeline Nicole.
Yeah, probably. A big thank you to all of our pairs for joining us on this episode. We will talk to you all again on Monday. And remember,
When you're the best of friends, having so much fun together, you're not even aware you're such a funny pair. Oh my god, dude. I feel like this episode was like 3 hours long. My audio is only 2 hours, but that felt like...
Mine's only at 2 hours. 1 hour and 58 minutes and 39 seconds to be exact.
Oh my god. That was a little extreme. Jeez, calm down.
I'm sorry. No, this has to be our best episode yet. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones.
You feel it? This is a good one. I was excited.
I was really excited to record this one.
But I'm also a little nervous because this one's a little unhinged. This one's a little like, it's a little spicy.
This one will be rated explicit.
This one's definitely explicit.
Because we've said like the word fuck one time, and this one we were like, ooh, shadow daddy. We're like, that's explicit on its own. So.
I just know that people are gonna listen, like people we know. They're gonna be like, what the frick is wrong with them? Like, this is one where I'm like really I'm like waving my weird freak flag. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm a weirdo. Am I sexually attracted to animated characters? Maybe. Okay.
And that's okay. You know what? We love you anyway.
Honorable mention, Thomas O'Malley cat.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Oh god. We're so weird.
You know, or there could be some of those people out there that are friends of ours. And they're like, wow, I've never seen that side of you and I love you because of it. Because I feel the same way.
I highly doubt that. I have a feeling that people that know me are going to be like, oh God, this girl's actually crazy. I'm going to stop talking to her. She's weird.
No, I don't know. We'll just have to see.
That's okay. I have you.
Yeah, and I have you.
That's what
that's
matters.
all that matters.
We match our weird.
We watch. We match our craziness.
Our crazies match. And that's why we work.
That's
as
why
besties.
Work.
Was that Rihanna? Yeah, that's Rihanna.
I think so.
Happy Super Bowl weekend, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for the Kansas City Swifts.
I saw your story.
Chiefs. You did?
Yeah, I did.
We bought that cookie cake. I'm so excited. I saw it and I was like, Tyler, we need this. And he was like, we're not buying that. I said, yes, we are. It says Go Taylor's boyfriend.
We're going to put it in a frame and we're going to hold on to it for the rest of my life. Okay. Put some food
or at least
preserving.
that picture. Because I love it so much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to watch the Super Bowl tomorrow.
Not even for the commercials?
I don't know.
There's supposed to be some trailers coming out too.
Oh, really? I might put it on just to have it on. I'm just not a big fan of either of the teams, and I'm not looking forward to Kendrick Lamar, so I'm like...
Oh, I'm looking forward to Kendrick's halftime.
Oh, really?
I actually am.
I don't know. I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't know if
I think it'll be pretty good. I know a couple of his songs.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess, but who knows? It'll just be on in the background while I'm packing, doing all this other stuff. Anyways, okay.
Well, 2 hours later.
2 hours later.
It has. All right. I will see you later.
Later, dude. Later, gator.
Later, after a while.
Crocodile.
So stupid. Why are you so stupid?
I don't know, but I love it. I love that we're stupid. It's my favorite thing about us.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
See ya. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.